Okay, friends, welcome back to day 2 of the 2025 Fur Rondy Invitational Sled Dog Race. I'm your host, Kel Casey, and we're right here at the top of 16th in Cordova for the race today. This is a very special location. It's called Heartbreak Hill. I'll turn the camera around so you can see that folks are lining up here. We have different timekeepers from the club. We have different fans. We also have a very special guest over here we're going to say hi to in 1 second. But what we have right now is about 4 minutes to race time. There is Kim Wells and her crew from ASDRA, the Alaskan Sled Dog Racing Association, and they are getting the street ready. We have our law enforcement partners and our public works partners right here. You can see all the signage. And so what's going to happen is at 12:15, in just a few minutes, the teams will start on 4th Ave. We'll have a dual start with Sebi, bib number 1, and Destiny. And they'll be coming down here about 4 minutes later. So we're just getting all ready for the first team. So we're going to give you a different look today. And since we have a very special guest here, let's get some perspective from Amanda Atla, George's daughter. Do you want to introduce yourself and your family?
Yes, I'm Amanda Atla. This is Jaden, John, and Justice. This is my little clan, and we're here to watch. This is actually our first time coming down. We didn't come down yesterday because of hockey, but we're here today. I am so proud to be here. As a kid, my adrenaline's rushing right now.
I can see it. And the emotions are coming together.
They are.
And let's just tell folks, for folks who don't know you, your dad's the most winning musher in Fur Rondy history.
Dog musher actually in the world.
George Atla. The late, great George Atla.
The late, great George Atla. I'll never forget when I went to come and visit him. He said, you know, my girl, I'll always be the winningest. And I said, oh, yeah, why do you say that? And he said, because there are dog races that are not today, that will never be again. So those Isra points will never be. Right.
So back, yeah, because the era was amazing back then when he was racing.
We traveled all over the United States, from here to Canada, Minnesota, New York. And this was actually the best time of the year for us, was the Fur Rendezvous. And like I'm saying, it's given me an adrenaline rush just talking about it. Seeing Joe, it's a blessing, because I will never forget my dad 10 years ago wanting to watch him do this dog race.
And explain to folks the relationship between you and Joe Beifeld.
So that's my actually second cousin. That's my dad's grandson, and we worked a lot together, and it's such a blessing to watch him do this and to see how far he's come in the dog mushing world. And I said, you know, I know Dad's watching you. And I could hear him after the day's race yesterday on everything that he used to tell me as a kid growing up, if I didn't come in first.
Right. If you're just joining us, we're about to have our first team come by, but we're with Amanda Atla and her children, George Atla, the late greatest musher of all time's daughter. And so we're just having that emotional moment here at the top of 15th in Cordova. There's her beautiful family right there, and we'll be getting some insights from Amanda throughout as we can from you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. What a special moment, everybody. If you don't know George Atla, he was the late great. Here are some of my close friends. Go ahead and tell everybody where you're from, what your names are a lot.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jeff. I'm in Anchorage.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm in Anchorage.
Just Anchorage, or do you go other places and see family?
Family's from Taiwan.
Right on.
My family's in Maryland.
Excellent. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks, Cal.
Hiya, Casey.
Where you from?
Wisconsin originally.
What part?
Chippewa Falls.
All right. Look at that. That's a setup right there.
Raced for 49 years.
49-year fan?
Yeah, I just heard you talk about that.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Lombard.
George's daughter. So this is how you do it if you're a pro. You bring your chair, you bring your warm coffee, make sure you have 49 years of practice. Right on. We are waiting on the first dog teams, friends. This is the top of the hill where the teams will be screaming down right at us, and then they'll go behind me to the teardrop turnaround and back up. So we're giving you a different look this way. This is John. I thought you were going to be up in a helicopter.
It broke.
Yeah,
No,
it's broke. Okay, copy. So we don't have John up in the helicopter, maybe tomorrow, but we do have all this great support. Look at how the trail crew here has their shovels, vests, street blockers. ASDRA volunteers include this year 17 junior mushers, friends. 17 junior mushers. So here's the day 2. We have 4 brackets, just like we did yesterday. You can look at all the times and everything on the ASDRA website. And it's just going to be an exciting day of racing. It's a fun celebration. And here we go. Let's see. I'm going to be zoomed in right on this for you, friends.
Hey, you get a car coming. Hey.
Okay, that's not a team coming. I got you. Okay, they're calling car coming, but any minute now we're gonna have a team coming. You're in the front row as if you were here on the top of Cordova Hill. So this is the famous Heartbreak Hill, and crowds line the streets here all the way up and down the hill. I'll give you the look down. So the teams will go racing down the hill. They'll go down past the crowd there to the ball fields. They'll turn around and come back up. So that's the short course this year because we had record low snowfall. So if you're just joining us, this is the Fur Rondy Invitational. It is not the Open World Championship of years past because we don't have the trail to run 25 miles. We don't have the trail to run 25 miles because we don't have the snow. The city was able to truck this snow in. You can see it's, big chunks from the pile that they stashed in the fall. We had a big snowfall here in Anchorage at the end of October and early November, and that snow is what's saving us right now. So it's really great to see everybody online. You're going to have some exciting race coverage coming up real soon here. They're probably already kicked off on 4th Ave, the first teams. And so we could see 2 teams pass side by side. We could see all sorts of things here. And that's why we're at the top of the hill for this day. And then tomorrow, for day 3, I will be back on 4th Ave. So it's going to be real neat. Give yourselves a few minutes. Turn up the volume. We're going to have a real fun time here. The mushers themselves come from all over. This year they were able to race, maybe if they didn't have the miles on them for a longer race, because it's only 3 miles this year. It's still dogs that have trained quite well, but there's some of the younger mushers here are having an opportunity of a lifetime to be able to be on the sled, the same trails that George Atla, the greatest musher of all time, and all the other champions of years past. This storied race means so much to Alaska. We want to thank our sponsors, of course, the Tudor Road Bingo, Ravenwood Veterinary, Don Laderas, Boreal Tree Service, Underdog Feeds, the Alaska Community Foundation, Atwood Foundation, ConocoPhillips, Rasmussen Foundation, Alaska Hay Sales, Alaska Elite, and Pet Foods. The Greater Incorporated, Anchorage Incorporated is amazing, and we appreciate them. And then my sponsors, ASDRA, the Hilton Hotels, and the Alaska Dog Center. Darlette and Carrie back home in Willow, thanks so much for taking care of everything while I'm gone. The Hilton Hotels is amazing. Big view this morning of the Denali. And any minute now, you're going to see a sled dog team or 2 start to come down this Cordova street. So we're about a mile and a half, about a mile from the start. And you can see they're just working so hard to get this ready. And each time the sled dog team comes, they close the road. And Monique Alvarez says day 2 is action-packed footage. I'm here for it, right on. Kathy Steigen says, I can't wait to watch. We're excited too. We just wanted to make sure we got a little extra time for people to jump online. Things happen really quickly in a short race. The teams take only about 8 to 11 minutes to finish. So again, it's all the sponsors that made this possible. There's Kim Wells. She's always up here getting everything dialed. She leads the show here of safety and coordination. And then we have some other. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Stacy. I've been mushing for 30-some years, and I'm here helping with Rondy.
You've been mushing 30-some years, and you look 28. You bet. No, you look great. Thanks so much for being here. Look at that. We have a lot of volunteers who are at all ages, but we have a lot of junior volunteers, and their race season was pretty much cut short, if not eliminated this year by no snow. So you have to really take your hats off to all the families of the junior mushers who are supporting the race as volunteers in all sorts of capacity. And it's really neat to see them out here because they couldn't even mush this year. There just hasn't been trail, and that's what happens. Thanks to the Anchorage Police Department, they're working overtime everywhere. Bev says she loves Cordova, so do I. It means so much. We opened up the live stream today with an interview with Amanda Atla. Where are you from?
Originally from Uniclede.
Uniclede.
Yes.
I love Uniclede. It was actually my favorite play with my snow machine to Nome
Oh, good deal.
with the race one year,
Oh, very cool.
and I loved it. And then one year I flew into Uniclede.
Awesome.
I spent a couple of days above the burger place, was it? A little couple
Pizza
rooms up
Hut?
there. No, that pizza place is down.
Oh, Brown's Lodge.
Yeah, that was it.
Nice. Awesome.
It was so great. Good to have you here. Where are you all from? Are you?
Yeah.
Welcome. How many times do you come to Anchorage for the race? Every year?
Yeah, off and on.
Wonderful.
I got a new friend here from
Yeah, where are you from?
up from Nebraska.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we just came out here to see our family, and we got lucky enough to come see the dogs run.
Right on. They're going to be coming down the road here. I'm looking over my shoulder because it's going to be any second now. Thank you. I'll keep getting interviews from everybody here. Here they come. Here they come. We got dogs, friends. We've got dogs. It's on. I'm going to get the dishes. Dog team. It's exciting now, friends. Here we go. There we go. We're clearing, and we got our first teams right now. There we go. Bib 1, Sebe. He's running out of the Andy Houghton kennels. Beautiful dog team. Look at that.
Good job, Bryce.
Right on. And Destiny right behind. Go get him. There you go. And so everybody who's been wondering, this is how it looks. They're going to race down the hill like normal, but instead of going off for 22 miles, they're going to turn around just at the way bottom of that hill. So it's a really exciting short course invitational format because of the low snow levels this year. So while they're going down there, our next team, Michael Tetzner, is on the way here. So now we're going to keep an eye on both sides of things. Traffic's coming back this way, so it's going to be really, really exciting, friends. Bracket 1 will be Tetzner next, and then Eddie Burke. And so we'll have some interesting scenarios here. Again, there's Amanda Atla. We got a good interview with her. That's George Atla's, the late great daughter. There they go across the fields there. Cool, that's the turnaround. Okay, we'll keep it here, and then I'll swing it around for Tetzner. It's a whole different format. There's the teardrop to your right out of view that we can't see. And there they're coming back, see? That's it, now they're on the return. There's Sebe out first, Destiny next, and then we got a dog team. We got 2 coming back, and we got 1 coming down. Here we go, here we go. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy, friends. That's why we're here. Michael Tetzner, bib number 3.
Clear. Other way, get to the building.
Look at that team, beautiful. He's super focused. And then now he has to deal with passing. So that's what's so different about this year. Look at this footage here, friends. 3 teams on Cordova Hill. This does not normally happen. Good, nice, clear passes there. The city made it wide. Public Works did a great job. Look at that. Destiny gave Mike a little wave. And then Sebe and Destiny are coming back up. And again, behind us is going to be Eddie Burke. So, wow. Looking awesome. And then there's Destiny. Look at that. She's trying to catch up. Oh, yeah, she's got her goggles on today for that ice protection.
Clear the road.
Super cool. And then they'll be coming into Eddie Burke here soon, so he'll be on the hopefully the right side of the trail. And then we have Michael Tetzner swinging around the loop. So in bracket 1 already, this is incredibly exciting, friends. Incredibly exciting. Wow. Cars crossing everywhere. People lining everything. Eddie should be coming down next. And that will complete bracket 1. Wow, nice airplane. We'll go ahead and look down here and see if we can see Michael. He should be looping, but all the dogs are looking focused. These are the cross usually between Alaskan Huskies and some pointer. So they're typically called open class sled dogs or sprint sled dogs. Iditarod dogs tend to have a lot less pointer, if any, in their bloodlines. They tend to be more of the original great interior Alaska dogs. Okay, here we go, dog team. This is going to be Eddie Burke. He's running Alaskan Huskies. These are the mid-distance Iditarod dogs. And then behind me is going to be Michael Tetzner coming up here in a sec. There he is. He's waving to friends. He's having a good time out here. Eddie Burke Jr. coming down. His Uncle Michael's watching. Here you go, your nephew. There he is, waving it on. And then there we go. There's that passing coming on. How exciting, right? Michael Tetzner coming up the hill, bib number 3. Eddie Burke going down. Dogs did a great job going around. Good practice. Here we go. Fresh team coming back up. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. And there's Michael's focus. He's going. Remember, in each bracket, there's day prize money. It's a fun run, really, but there is some competition involved, of course. Sportsmanship is key. It's a different format this year. So there's Tetzner trying to get you a clean shot here. There he goes, cruising. So bracket 1 is on the trail. So now we're going to look down here. There he is. There's Eddie Burke heading out in the loop. You can see right there, the dog team's running way out in the distance there. I talked to Eddie quite a bit. You know, he trains at the 50-mile mark, which is more Iditarod length, the 70-mile. So, and he's got a lot of happy Alaskan Huskies in that team. I was seeing the dogs this morning, all playful, and it just reminds me of the years when Hans Gotts and Jesse Holmes and other long-distance mushers bring their teams here. George Hatlett would be proud for sure to have these original great dogs on the trail. Over the years, the dogs got faster and faster and smaller and different. But here we are with the pure Alaskan Husky team about to come up the hill. And that will clean up bracket 1. We'll have a little break in there. We'll go talk to Amanda Atla again. So stay tuned during the breaks. We'll try to find different folks to interview. Here comes Eddie Burke, just about to be in your view down there. Look at that. William Witten from Washington State, right on. Good to have everybody else here. Okay, let's look at Eddie's sled. That's a good comment by our astute viewer there about he was going a little heavy yesterday.
4.
Look at that. Yes, he still has his snowshoes and he still has his axe. So, and remember, a tired dog would have to go in the sled bag, so you can't just have it jam-packed. But look at that. That was a great effort by Eddie running up the hill. Very classy move there. Helped not slow down his dog team, keeping him going. So the first 4 mushers, we only have 14 mushers today in day 2 of the Invitational. The first 4 mushers of bracket 1 are almost all back. Eddie will get back to the finish line here in about a minute and a half. That's how fast it is. And without the city of Anchorage, without the Public Works Department, without that planning that they did to stash this snow in the fall, we wouldn't be able to have even this short race. So this is, for folks who are wondering, this is your Cordova Street, right? This is the famous Cordova Street and 15th. Okay, so this is what we always call Heartbreak Hill. Cordova and 15th. How cool. Okay, let's go. You want to say hi again? Where's Mom? She just went away. Let's talk to a previous musher if we can. Do you want to introduce yourself?
It's probably more like...
Hi, I'm Carolyn McCormick Johnson.
And you have a little history at this race, right?
Right, I actually ran this race in either 1988 or 89, and my husband ran it many times in the 90s and early 2000s.
And you have some history that folks don't know about the women's version of this race, right?
Right, for years they had the women's version of the race, which I'm not sure when that ended, but I ran that probably a dozen times, won it 3 times.
Isn't that so special to have you here? I'm going to turn around. Look at this. We have a living legend just quietly watching the race, trying to be as humble as possible, who's a Rondy veteran right here amongst our midst. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Super cool. And look at that. Kim's still doing all the traffic control, keeping everything. Tell us about yourself. Where are y'all from?
Here.
Right here in Anchorage? How far was your walk today?
Not very. We just park and walk down.
Excellent. Do you come out every year?
I haven't been here for years.
Good to have you. Thank you so much. You can find yourself on the Fur Rondy page. Let's find out where these guys are from. Where y'all from?
Anchorage!
Right here?
Right here!
All of you?
All of us!
Born and raised?
Born and raised!
No way. Come up and see me in Willow.
Generation right
And third
here.
generation right here?
Right here.
Hi, kiddos.
Say hi, Casey!
Are you making a fort? Are you making a fort? Kale Casey, yeah, thanks so much. I love when we have people who are actually from here. Yesterday we're meeting people from all around the world, which is great too.
We love that.
But thanks for coming out to and this is like the historic hill, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Every year right here.
On the big years, this is when the drama goes down,
Where
right?
the fun begins.
Well, thank you guys. Look at all the kiddos are having a blast. Now remember, if you're coming to watch the race, you don't need to bring your dog from home. Leave your dog at home, right? Bring your kiddos because they have a great time, and we want people to celebrate in the Rondy. And that's a neat family right there. Amanda, you got any quick words on how that looked? That was exciting, wasn't it?
That was awesome. I've never actually seen teams head on like that. That was amazing.
Right.
Amazing. It just like,
And they look clean. Eddie's team they made sure they were out of the way, right?
Oh, they were. That was completely clean. That was amazing. And watching them come up the hill, I could see my dad kicking.
So if you're just joining us, Amanda Atla, the late great George Atla's daughter, with her children here on 15th and Cordova, having all these emotions in this new Fur Rondy invitational format.
Amazing.
And thanks to the city, we have the snow.
I could hear my dad just saying, "This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It is so fast." Oh yeah.
And the dogs you grew up with were more of the traditional Alaskan Husky, Huslia area, but there were some incredible dogs out of those areas, right?
Fast.
And then over the years, did they get a little skinnier and shorter hair?
Yeah, I'll never forget the first greyhound that we ever had. Had 18 puppies at fish camp in the summer. My mom had to help her because it was so many. They looked like little mice.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
And so that was a greyhound blend, or you blended it into your lines?
Into our lines, yeah.
And that's how we got more of this open class
Yes.
dog? Okay, see everybody?
Greyhounds.
Wow. And then Monique Alvers was asking, do the boys or your daughter have any dreams of running dogs?
It's funny you say that because my daughter just was, "Mom, I want to race dogs again."
Hey, look at that right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So there you go, Monique. Great question.
Ultimate dream my dream is to run this race. I was like, man, I wonder if I could hold on for 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you have people who are calling you, of course, Rondy royalty, and there has been nobody who can beat George's record. Right now he's tied with Buddy.
Yep.
But Buddy would have to win one more, and it has to be the full length.
Yes. And this is actually my late mom's coat.
Oh,
my
it is.
My grandmother made it for my mom just to handle dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, this was her coat.
And
From
the
the
stitching
70s.
and all this.
It's
It
all
looks
from
beautiful.
my grandmother.
And then the rough.
She did it all. My mom put the rough on in the 70s. So
Wow.
Yeah,
Look at your boy wants to get in that shot. He's like, I'm all over this camera, man. Get me in there. How about you guys? You want to mush on these trails someday?
Yes.
Yes? Maybe?
Yeah, I would love to.
Are you all doing your chores at home? Doing all your homework? Right?
Totally, we did
did I charge?
Of course, good.
The John George Atla right there. That's- I named each one of my kids after my parents. So yeah,
And this is a Buster Blue.
we got Buster Blue and Karen over here. So
Right on. It's just so special having you out here. Thank you. And in a few minutes, so remember, the format means a 5-minute break
Yeah.
between brackets. So this is the time we have now, right, to kind of contemplate how exciting that was. Was that cool? They were flying, and when they come uphill after only a mile of racing, they're flying. Because some years they come up all tired, right?
Oh yeah, I have seen my dad dripping sweat by the time he's got.
Because this is
here.
about mile 23 and a half or
Yes.
24-ish
Yep.
on a normal day.
Oh yeah,
And all the pressure, all the people,
the dogs.
right?
They have sweat. Their dog mushers are sweating. It's just and coming up this hill is like the last of. Whew.
Yeah, I think Eddie Dayton told me that one year it was 58 degrees for him. This is years ago, decades ago. And there was water running down Cordova Hill, and his dogs were like splashing up the hill through water. You never know what the temperature is going to be like. But what I saw, what you all saw, let me get the whole crew here, was really happy, focused dogs hauling, doing what they love, right?
Flying uphill.
Yeah,
That's the fastest I've ever seen them run uphill.
just full
'Cause
all
usually
out.
their walking speed by now, 23, 24 miles. They're usually, tongues are hanging out going, oh man. But now they're just ready to go.
It's super
I was
fun.
watching your tape yesterday and watching them. They had a hard time stopping them. They
Right.
looked like they wanted to keep on going to the inlet.
Dogs got back to the
There's 5, 6
truck and they're
guys
like,
the dogs were going in and out of the guys trying to stop them.
exactly.
That was funny.
A lot of the teams got back and said, wait a second.
10 minutes.
We want more endorphins than that. We want more dopamine. We want more miles, right? These dogs eat oxygen, friends. They are able to process more oxygen than just about any athlete on earth. Their VO2 max is in the 200s. Here's the scene here. Looking around the street as we get ready for the next group of teams to come in. More people keep coming out, which is great. They start getting the excitement built up. People are lined all the way down this year because there's a lot of action that happens with the teardrop turn being to the right in the light green fence way out there in the distant shot is where the turnaround is. And so thanks again to the municipality of Anchorage and their very skilled crews, heavy equipment operators, truck drivers, graders, all the things that it takes to load all the snow up, drive it from South Anchorage or the berms or wherever they had it stashed, piles all around the area, and then get it laid out into a series here. So super cool. We have Kay Grubin from Tuktoyaktuk right now. Excellent, Kay. We got Mitchell in there soon. Let's find out where these guys are from. Where y'all from?
I'm from India.
From India. Excellent. What part?
Bombay.
Bombay. Wonderful. I flew in there one year, 20-something years ago. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm here from last 2 years.
Oh, good. Okay. Glad to have you. Excellent. Where are you from?
From Georgia.
From Georgia. What part of Georgia?
From Buford.
Buford. And are you living up here now, or you just come
Living
up?
up here. Yep, I actually live over here. So
You live right there?
came out, heard all the cheering, and I was like, oh, what's going on?
What's
And then
going
looked
on
outside the
here?
window, see some dogs, and I was like,
Right on. All right, we have our India, Georgia, because yesterday I was collecting locations all around. We have people from everywhere. Where are y'all from?
Portland, Oregon.
You're from Portland. Right on. When did you get in?
Yesterday.
You flew in yesterday. Thanks so much for coming up to Anchorage for the big festival. Tonight's fireworks. Big fireworks show. So you want to be on the north side of town to see it at nighttime. It's extraordinary. It's super fun. Are you from Portland too, or where are you from?
I don't know him.
I think they're playing around. Disowning. Where are y'all from? You're from down at the Turnagain. And you're from the city?
Yeah, South Anchorage.
Excellent. What do you think of this format? The invitational format.
It's so different.
It's completely crazy.
Snow.
Well, you know the story, right?
Tell the East Coast to send us snow.
Okay, I kept telling people who were like from Florida, Missouri, remember that snow you got 3-4 weeks ago? That was ours.
Yeah, it is ours.
We needed that bad. Right? We've all been dealing with that problem here in Alaska. It's a little bit better in the Fairbanks area. That's why Iditarod's moving north, right? And they'll run out of Fairbanks. Super good to have you here. Where are you from, sir? You're from right here? Do you come out to this spot every year, or how do you follow the race?
I've been out to this race. Yeah, it's great.
Good to have you here. Thanks. This is It's nice to see the street filling in, and I just can't believe what kind of race action that was. I've never seen teams pass on up and down and all around. It's not really possible in the normal format, right? So it's neat. And then we have Amanda Atla. We have George Atla's daughter right there. Where are you all from?
We're just from up the road in Big Lake.
Oh, Big Lake. That's close to me. That's up the road about 67 minutes.
Just about.
Something like that. I think my drive to the airport's about 83 minutes when there's nobody in my way. Do you come every year to the Rondy?
Yeah.
Cool. And will you be in the outhouse race?
Negative.
Will you run with the caribou?
No, we're here for the dogs.
You're here for the dogs. That's what we like to hear. I didn't want to lead with that. I wanted you to bring that out. The dogs are the heart of the Fur Rondy, right? And we all love to see them. Man, they were so fast.
Yeah.
Holy moly. I want to be one of them. I have 33 at home and my business partner, but they're not like these guys. These guys are amazing. Well, cool. Look at everybody from all over here, especially our Portland, Georgia, our friend from India. Where are you from, ma'am? Are you from here? Right on. We have another Anchorage dweller. We have our friends from up here. Everybody's starting to yearn up the road and hope that we get to see some team coming here soon. That 5 minutes sometimes feels like a long time. What do you think? That was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
That was some clean passing too.
Yeah.
And as a musher, you just pray.
Passing is not always easy, and on something like this that's pretty quick, you gotta be pretty quick at reacting.
And then it's really good for the dogs because they can add dogs on day 2 and 3 to get experience, whereas in the past you could only run the dogs you started with each day, right?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So-
Kind of a pool of 14 dogs.
Right, pool of 14, and then today they could start with, I think they had to start with at least 5, and most people are starting with 8 or 10, I think.
Yeah.
But it really gets the dog team to learn, right?
Yeah,
And that'll be fun for the future when they come back for the long one,
exactly.
which will hopefully be next year. Kim never stops. There she is moving snow. Never, ever stops. And so this crew here from Asra is just amazing, friends. Here we go. Bracket 2 is on. Bracket 2. We have Eddie Dayton and Mitchell Jacobson in this bracket. Eddie doesn't have leaders, so he will be following Mitchell unless something else happened. He gave his leaders to Jack, who's also running his dogs.
6, 6, 2, 4.
There you go. There's Mitchell just hauling, just moving. Look at him. Mitchell Jacobson from Tokioktuk, Northwest Territory. He's been training with Don Cousins all winter, 3.5 months. Okay, here's Eddie. Talked to him this morning, and he said he loaned his leaders to his partner Jack, who's running another team of his, and therefore he has to follow. Yeah, Eddie Dayton's been mushing for 60 years. Started mushing in California. Okay, we'll keep trained on them for a minute. And then we have coming next, Joe Beifeld. So that's exciting. He'll be about 90 seconds or so. So we'll keep an eye on the camera this way while they head out to the teardrop. We'll see Mitchell Jacobson's team here, bib number 6, right there on the fence line. You can see him moving left to right. There they go. And then Eddie will do the same, and right out there is the teardrop turn. So then there'll be a head-on pass with Joe Beifeld and both of these teams. And that will be bracket 2. So it's okay. We got the dog team. This is Joe Beifeld, everybody. He is his first time on the runners here. He came in 2020 with A-Chill to volunteer. He's completed the Open North American, but this is his dream come true. Joe Beifeld, Hoosley, Alaska. There he is. All righty. Now we're gonna have our head-ons. Head-on passing is when one team passes another face to face. So Mitchell Jacobson will be coming up and passing Joe Beifeld. And this is when the leaders have to make, the dog leaders have to make good decisions to keep that line tight, keep that dog team moving and not get all bungled up. There, look at that. They had a clean pass. And here comes Mitchell Jacobson, friends. Again, he's been training his streeper line dogs with Don Cousins, the legend, who we miss so much, who's in Crooked Creek. And it's just so cool that he got 3.5 months with Don. Look at that. Mitchell's running, his team's looking. They're still fresh. Look at that grit on his face. Okay. Mitchell Jacobson, Northwest Territories. I'll be up there April 4th, 5th, and 6th for his sled dog race in Inuvik. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Eddie Dayton is coming around the track right now, down below. There he is. This team's just emerging. He's from Big Lake, Alaska. Again, he's been mushing for 6 decades. And he's such a gracious man that he gave his best friend Jack the leads for his team. So he's running without what he would call leaders. Of course, they're following and they're doing great and they look beautiful. Look at that. Eddie Dayton. There they go. They made the crux. That's kind of a crux move there because without leads, you don't want them getting tired in the middle of the hill here. Okay, here we go. Dog team. Joe Beifeld coming. Let's zoom in a little bit more for you. Look at all the people lining the streets. Tomorrow I'll be back on 4th Ave. We wanted to share this with you because it's so unique and so wonderful. Thanks to ASDRA for all the support. Amazing volunteers. There's Joe Beifeld. There he is, focused, he's locked in, and he's moving, friends. Joe Beifeld from Hoosier, Alaska. Whoop. Okay, he has a dog that needs to relieve themselves. There they go. He got through that, and they're lined back out. Okay, that is bracket 2, sorry. So when Joe gets back, Anchorage Fire Department gets busy around here. Okay, let's get a little quick debrief from Amanda Atla here, George Atla's daughter. We have a special VIP to help us see that. Woo. How did Joe look?
That was an amazing head-on, man. He did that so smooth. Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
And you know, so Eddie gave his leaders to Jack so that Jack could race again. Oh, Jack had hard clots 6 years ago, hasn't raced, and he's getting back in the gear, and so they're running, Jack's running Eddie's dogs, but he gave him the leaders. Now that's sportsmanship, that's humility, right?
That's amazing.
And then back in the day, your dad would get dogs from all over. Isn't that one of his traits?
Oh yes, get dogs from all over. He sent Lingo over to Europe for a whole year.
Loaned him.
Yep, loaned him out.
For breeding.
For breeding.
To help the world.
Yep, to help the world. My dad wanted people to beat him. That's all he wanted. He would help people try and beat him. Yes, it was amazing how many conversations I heard trying to help people, from Joey Reddington to Marvin Cochrane, watching on I've got so many names
right,
in my
I know.
head right now. I can see them all at our house training dogs.
And this would be in Hoosier, right?
Out in North Pole.
Okay, when you moved in from Hoosier, because these are in the later years?
Yes.
When George was doing more of his H-Hill and he was doing his teaching and his training?
Yep, we lived at 8.5 Mile Badger Road, then we lived on PD Road, and all the dog mushers, Susan Butcher. I have salt and pepper shakers from the boozers. Yes, it's just amazing the things that collector stuff I have. The memories.
Isn't one of the famous jokes about your dad that he said that if I put a cigarette in my lead dog's mouth, every musher would put a cigarette in their lead, or something like that? Like right. He said, if I did something, because he wanted them.
Oh yes, anything to help another musher beat him.
And he worked so hard. That work ethic.
It was from the time we woke up till the time we went to bed. We lived, ate, and breathed dogs.
And that's why it's so important for the kids.
Yes.
And junior mushing is thriving in Alaska. 17 junior mushers are volunteering here today. And they didn't have a race season.
I read that.
right?
I read that,
So,
and that is just awesome.
and here they are. And then in the mid-distance, you're seeing Emily Robinson and the young kids up in the Willow, Caswell area.
Yes.
Junior Iditarod's packed.
It's fun watching these kids grow up and, watching our kids going into dog mushing and what they're doing and keeping that sport alive.
And all those chores, just staying on track, right? Every day.
Ooh, that's what I
Duty. Got to do your duties. Got to do your chores. Got to
Do duty.
exactly. Thank you.
Over 100 dogs.
We'll
yeah.
come back. 100. That's right.
Yep, we
You used to have big kennels.
Over 100 dogs and over 100 puppies in the summer. So we had over 200 dogs in our kennel in the summer.
And the salmon were running in that era,
Yes.
where you could collect quite a bit of fish to store for the winter. And
Oh yeah, bundles and bundles of dried fish that we would put up for the winter for our
Yep.
dogs. Just amazing amount that my dad said would eventually die out, and he was right.
Yep.
Yep.
So he kind of
He
predicted
knew.
the end of the salmon run.
When I was 19, that was the last year we bought fish.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Amanda Alla, thank you so much. We'll come back to you again because it's so
Thank
nice
you.
having you here.
It's fun.
We all feel spoiled. Thank you. And then now our next bracket, friends, is going to be getting ready in downtown to blast off. So because of the low snow and no snow year we're having, we're breaking the race into a whole different format. Therefore, it's called an invitational, more of a sled dog celebration than an open world championship. To be an open world championship, which is what this race is famous for, you need 25 miles of trail. And the interest in keeping the dogs, the focus of Rondy is shared by everybody, including you all at home, I'd imagine. It is for all of us mushers and dog lovers and the city. So it's just so special, again, that I can't say it enough. Thanks to all the volunteers. I'll read that list again, but the public works folks who somehow pulled this together. Somebody, Vanessa White, just asked, where do they haul the snow from? Well, in Anchorage, in general, Vanessa, they pile snow every year, no matter what. And there's mountains of it on big years. Like the last 2 winters are record years. So when you drive down different parts of the city, you'll see a huge mountain of snow where they haul it all in from the city streets. And so this year we only really had snow in late October. And I hadn't cut my firewood yet, so I can tell you all about it. Because then I had to stand on top of 2 feet of snow, 2.5 feet, to cut 15 cord of wood. And that's really what we got this winter. So the last 2 winters, and I'm keeping my eye on the trail so we don't miss a team here. That's where the next team's going to come from. The last 2 winters we had so much snow that it just became a problem. It became a problem for the city. Removal was really hard. The equipment was breaking down. And so they didn't know that they're going to have the worst winter ever, but they did a good job stashing it. So hats off again to everybody who made that miracle happen. In 2016, when we had a no snow year here in Anchorage, they brought a train load down from Fairbanks. But this year they were able to keep it local, so that's great. Next up is going to be bracket 3. So Mari Horedo from Salcha, Alaska, originally from Norway. Bib number 8 is in a dual start with Andy Houghton from the Nana area. And so that's going to be a really good looking set of teams there. And then after those two come down here, Clyde Mayo Jr., bib number 10, he'll be next, and he's running dogs out of the Taylor family kennel up in Fairbanks, which is really exciting for Clyde because he's here every year helping out. As he says, he was born and raised on the Rondy, and now because of the short format, they invited people who have been helping establish kennels to run a second team. And that's how we got some of our new rookies this year, which is really cool. And so Clyde Mayo Jr. Is living his dream, and we're super happy to have him here. And then after Clyde, we'll have Jennifer Probert Earhart, who's also living her dream because she hasn't been on the runners here before. She's helped her husband Carl race, and she's done years and years and years of sprint racing, limited class we call it, shorter races, 4-dog races, 6-dog races, that kind of thing. But she's on her runners wearing her mom's coat from Tok, Alaska. So it's just a really special heat in bracket 3, and they'll be coming any second. In the meantime, again, we want to thank our sponsors, Tudor Road Bingo, Ravenwood Veterinary, Don Laderos, Boreal Tree Service, Underdog Feeds, the Alaska Community Foundation, Atwood Foundation, ConocoPhillips, the Rasmussen Foundation, Alaska Hay Sales, Alaska Elite, and Pet Foods. And then Greater Anchorage Incorporated is made up of Tudor Road Bingo, Country Financial, Alaska Advanced Dentistry, Linden, and Tommy's Express Car Wash. Thank you all. Thank you for making the purse possible. Thank you for getting mushers here. For each bracket, each day, there's a pool of money for the mushers to take home. So it's just a good format to continue to celebrate the meaning of sled dogs in Alaska. The indigenous peoples of Alaska have relied on sled dogs for millennia, and then the gold rush era realized you can't get out and about in this massive, massive, hard to access Arctic country without a dog team. And anybody who's ever been on the snow machine in the middle of nowhere and having it break, we call them snow machines, you call them snowmobiles, knows that once the snow machine is broken, you're toast. But a dog team, they love to run and rest and run and rest. So they like to run and they like to rest. And as soon as they're rested, they want to run again. We have 33 at home at the Alaska Dog Center. Carrie, my business partner, bred 3 litters over the years, and so I've gotten a really good first-hand experience these days of what it looks like to have a whole lot of dogs in your yard. We're keeping the camera trained down Cordova here for the next set of teams. And then I want to also thank the Gold Rush radio sponsors of Neighbors, Windows and Doors, and Pet Urgent Care. Super cool. And then the KLKC Live sponsors for this feed are the Alaskan Sled Dog Racing Association, ASDRA, Hilton Hotels, and the Alaska Dog Center where I work in Willow. Hilton Hotels is amazing, you guys. The view this morning from the 14th floor of Denali was just gorgeous. They'll have a party tonight on their Top of the World restaurant for the fireworks show. There's a fireworks extravaganza tonight in Anchorage. There always is on the Saturday night of the Rondy. And if you're here in town, go ahead and check it out. I've live streamed it before. It's pretty cool. Hey, I see some friends there. There's Rob and Sarah right there. Those are my friends. And then your little baby, your son's baby. That's so cool. Okay, and because we have this new format, remember, we have these little breaks, so let's get you an idea of how hard people are working right here. Dina just asked if I'm ever going to race. Tell us about yourself real quick.
Well, I live in the corner, so they volunteer me, and I come here every year.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I like your boots.
Thank you. You got the same boots? Okay, we both have Neo over boots on, which is a key. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see. Can you show us your boots again? Look at that. That's a classic Alaska tradition. I've got them on too.
We are hot.
And I have spikes on mine.
Me too.
See? Okay, if you're ever wondering how to deal with an icy, wet winter,
They come apart.
and they come apart real easily, right? So there you go. Locals advice. I have the exact same pair on, and it slides right over your main boots. And we needed it all winter in Alaska because of the rain. And as soon as it rains here, it becomes an ice rink. So again, our volunteers were all just...
I can take care of the dog.
Yeah, do you have any dogs at home?
No, I have a cat.
You have
I
a cat.
love this dog.
But you're right around here, right?
I live in the corner. This is my corner.
That's so great. So 15th in Cordova, we have our volunteers from the club and locally helping out.
This is the hill.
This is the best hill in the city. And it doesn't maybe look like that big of a slope right here, but friends, it is a steep climb when you're coming back after 24 miles at a normal race. So we're seeing a lot of fast speeds coming up the hill this year because the course is so short. And it's just really neat to see them so stoked. That will be something that those dogs remember. And so Dina Sinks asks, so Kale, are you ever going to race? Well, I had that 5-year run where I raced all over the world and really enjoyed it, and then got busy with building the business and with Carrie Pavlat, my business partner. So I can see a day where I get out in a little recreational fun event. I really like the just the joy of being around dogs, being with them. I like to see them grow. I like to see them happy and stoked, and so I get to see that a lot at home, and I got to tell you that's very satisfying just to be around them every day. So let's see, we got a great little comment here. That's okay. We got the yeah, the cool boots is right. And then let's see, Tracy Cohen said we were having brunch at the top of the Hilton when an earthquake hit. Wow, okay, those huge glass windows. Hopefully not the big one. And we've done it, friends. We burned up enough clock together that you can turn up the volume. Here comes the next team's coming in right now. Mariho and Andy Houghton right here. There's Andy. I'm positioning better. And they started together and they're right in line. So Andy Houghton, his team's first, and then Mariho Rado's right behind. Look at that. And now they're down the hill. Two teams on the hill. And they'll go out to that teardrop. Look at that. And then we'll have Clyde Mayo Jr. And both of those teams you see right now will be looping around and they'll pass Clyde. So it's going to get really exciting again. We're at about a 20x zoom on a Samsung 24 Ultra with a Hohem steady stabilizer. And at that 20x, you really got to hold it. Working to get you the best shot as if you were here right with us in Anchorage, Alaska for the 2025 Fur Rondy Invitational. The heart of the Rondy is the sled dogs on 4th Ave. We've talked to so many people who have come from around the world. And here we go, dog team in the very distant. You see that way back there? That's called the magic carpet. Those dogs are just floating right along in their happy place. And we call it the magic carpet. When you're standing on those runners, I remember Ed Ellis told me once when I was working on my movie Dog Power, I got a chance to interview him quite a bit, and just some of the ways he described those glory days of his super leaders, like Mike, you know, just unstoppable, unable to get tired, just the sheer majestic feeling of being on a dog team that is so well trained, so happy to be doing what they're doing. Okay, here we go.
Right behind you, yep.
Okay, this is gonna get crazy again. It always does here. So we have this team coming down. So we're gonna hold up. This should be Clyde Mayo Jr. right here.
You're on the straightaway.
And then we'll have the two teams come back up. So I'm gonna have to turn the camera here real quick because we got action at both sides here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that dog tripped. Hold on. Dog teams. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's gonna be a tangle. Everybody down. So everybody will go help those guys. Oh, they got around. Yeah! Yeah! The dogs worked it out. Yeah! Andy Houghton right there, bid number 9. Mariho Rado coming up right now. It's a little slip out there. Okay, look at that.
Nice job, guys!
Yeah. See, there's lots of tense moments when you're passing, and that worked out, right? That worked out. And locals who have been here a long time know that
Yeah, it was looking ugly for a
it was looking like it was going to be a full tangle. Okay. We know we have Clyde coming there, and then we have our next two teams coming right now. One team, Jennifer Probert right there. So Jennifer Probert Earhart's coming down, blocking the road. Here she comes. That's how much coordination it takes. Beautiful looking team out of Fairbanks and Tok, Alaska. There she is. Got her goggles on today. She's excited about that. Yesterday she said her eyes really hurt. Thanks for all the comments, everybody. This is so cool. Holy moly. It was neat. We're just all debriefing how that those teams didn't get fully tangled, and there was enough slack. And you know, the dogs made good decisions too. There's a lot going on in here. There goes Jennifer. Her husband Carl has hopefully got the feed on watching there at the truck. He gave me a great interview this morning. So pre-race coverage you'll find on YouTube. on my Sled Dog TV channel or on Kill Casey Live.
They're stopped. They're stopped down the road. They stopped.
Okay, hold on. Trying to keep an eye on all the commentary here. Okay, dog team hooked down. That might have been to allow a pass. Yep, great. They got the passing done. We'll see a team here shortly. You can see him working right through. That's going to be Clyde Mayo Jr. living his dream on the runners. He'll have a story to tell about that near tangle coming down the hill. And here he comes. Jennifer's going to be doing the loop while Clyde's on the way back up the hill. So she won't have to pass anybody again. She'll just run home, as will Clyde. So it's pretty neat. Beautiful, happy dogs there. The Taylor Kennel, there he is running. He's moving now. Look at that, kicking. Beautiful. Great job, Clyde Mayo Jr. And then Jennifer, I can see her team looping around. This will be the finish of bracket 3. And then we'll have one more bracket. The Costa family did scratch. They didn't start today, so we're missing Remy and Aurelie, but we know that they'll be back when it's the longer format. Okay, I zoomed in as much as I think I can there, and there's Jennifer. Beautiful. Just fluid, focused dogs. Carl said they're up to 41 now. 41 dogs. He's going to take an engine job with the state this year, so we're blessed to have Carl Earhart back on an engine crew in Fairbanks. Probably going to be a very busy summer. Look at that. His wife, Jennifer Probert Earhart, on the runners. Okay, how cool is that? She had a good uphill run. She'll be very happy with that. Yesterday she was wearing her mom's parka. Today she lightened it up a little, changed a little of her outfits. We'll hold it on there as long as we can. All right, there's Jennifer off in the distance. Fading away. Go Jennifer, says Birdie. Ewan. Right on. Push Clyde. There you go. Joyce said you were in the right place today, Gil. That's Janet's, our race marshal's decision. You can thank her. I asked for advice. Shannon Erickson said, so exciting. No tangle. Go dogs. So great. Tracy said that was scary. You know, that was pretty intense, I think, for everybody here. They're debriefed while they're actually meeting and greeting over here. Let's go down and talk to Amanda again. We'll find out where these guys are from. Where are y'all from? They're not playing the game. All right, we'll go to Amanda. Hey, where are you from?
Here.
Right here, great.
Yeah.
We have a whole bunch of Anchorage folks on this street right now.
Oh, yeah. Where else would you be?
Thank you. What's your name?
Cheryl.
Cheryl, you're a superstar.
Of course.
You're a Rondy fan in your bones and genetics, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
I'm
and this?
Friend of Andy Poles.
Oh, you are?
Yes, sir.
Andy and Christy are up in...
I have to tell you, you are doing such a good job. You have really evolved.
Oh,
You're
well...
such a professional, and we really love listening to you and following you.
Thank you so much. I didn't expect that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Casey motivated. There's a lot of stress here trying to keep it together. But here's Amanda Atla, George's daughter, and we're going to hear a little debrief on that.
Holy cow. Now that is well-trained dogs.
Yeah.
So break that down, Amanda. We had an almost head-on collision there, right? But we didn't get a full tangle.
You know what? There was no full tangles. I seen a little tangle in Mari's dogs, and her dog worked it out all by himself.
Tell us about that. In your experience and your dad, George, mushing over the years, dogs learn, don't they?
They learn. They will untangle themselves. It's almost like the dog mushing gods are watching out over you. When that happens, your heart, because your heart's racing so hard when it does happen, that you're just hoping that they untangle themselves. Because, you know, I was raised with Mari, and
right over in Solcha.
Yes,
because she's been a school teacher there for like decades, right?
Yes. So before she was ever even a school teacher, she actually lived with me, my mom and dad.
Okay.
She helped build our cabin on PD Road.
Right.
And
she has George's fish camp still, right?
Yes. Yeah.
On the Yukon.
Yep. So, watching her, she's like another mom to me, and seeing her dogs do that is just amazing. I mean, she's my mom's age now, so
right. I think she's right about 65.
Oh yeah.
What point in your life did you realize that sled dogs know who they are? That they know that they're athletes, they know that they're a team, and they know
when they're born. They know from the time they're born who they're going to be when they grow up.
The baby sled dogs.
Oh yes.
You saw that.
Oh yeah.
Early on.
From the time they were born, my dad would have me run from our fish camp 2 miles down, and he would get in his boat and he'd watch them.
Right, because you're on River Right.
Yeah.
About a mile down from the Yukon Bridge, right?
Yep. And so my dad would have me run the puppies, and he'd get out in his boat, and he'd know which ones he was going to keep and which ones he was going to get rid of by the time we were going to leave fish camp.
Just by the dog's own instinct to run or not? Like
yeah.
The ones who knew what they were to do?
They knew who they were. Exactly who they were, yeah.
And then when you had those real special leaders, what was that like?
Oh, man. They'd have their own, they were the shining star. They had the big dog house above everybody.
Right.
Lingo was amazing.
Well, give us a few names of some of your favorite lead dogs when you were growing up with George Ella.
Lingo, who everybody would know would be Jarvie, but we called her Trot. Yeah, those two for sure. There was Blue and Freckles and Stan, and I mean, I remember dogs' names, but I don't remember people's names.
Right.
Yes, so I can tell you dogs' names before people grow up.
That's great. Here's Dorothy Chase saying, "Great to see you, Amanda K. Atla."
Yay.
With a heart.
Dorothy.
How cool is that? People online are really excited to have you here helping us break this down. That was one of the most crazy things I've seen. I think a lot of us had a moment of wondering, right?
That was just, I said, now that's amazing dogs. That's prime right there. They knew exactly what to do, when to do it.
So good. And you can see it's a little slippery, so some of those dogs are losing a little footing.
Yes.
But it's mainly because of the kind of the texture of the snow, right?
Exactly.
It was brought from a big snow pile.
But it's always been this way.
Okay.
Nothing's changed.
Okay,
From the time I was a kid, it's always been the same snow. As my dad would say, it's always a pain in the ass.
And he won 10 times, 10-time world champion right here. It's so neat.
I was there.
You were there for the 10th, for all of them.
For all of them, pretty much. Yeah, my mom said I might as well have been born on a dog sled and rode it on into fish camp.
I love it.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We're going to go into bracket 4, and then we'll come back to Amanda.
Fun times.
How about our chair watcher?
Cool.
Was that pretty neat?
That was like passing on a yellow line on a highway. You pull out, you see nothing but headlights. There ain't no place to pull back in.
Oh my
That
gosh!
was something.
All of our hearts started racing here, right?
And the guy downhill, he ain't gonna stop. There's no way you're gonna be able to stop.
Right. The downhill team has a very hard time braking.
Imagine his heart jump when he cracked the top of this hill and seen two.
Oh
teams.
yeah.
I mean, one's bad enough.
Right.
Now you got the whole road, like a whole semi with a house.
It is amazing all the volunteers, how they mobilize too. Because they can jump in and help. With the Invitational, they can help at any request, which is really
that
neat.
went by pretty easy, though.
That was great.
I've seen some huge dog fights. That one wasn't.
That one wasn't at all.
That was just about a 30-second deal.
Right on. Thank you, brother. Let's say hi to this little one. How are you? Where are you guys from?
I live in Anchorage.
You live in Anchorage? Hi, what's your name?
Doss.
All right. You come out to the hill every year?
Yeah.
Excellent.
For a long time.
Are you from New England originally? I'm from Western Mass.
Oh, all right.
Springfield area.
All right. I grew up in the North Shore.
Right on, man. Of course, the Boston Red Sox hat. You got to ask the question, right? And we want to know where everybody's from, too.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll say hi to some of these folks. Good to meet you guys. Thanks for coming out. Where are you guys all from?
Here.
Right here in Anchorage?
Arizona.
What part?
Outside of Phoenix. Gilbert, Arizona.
All right. How was your flight in?
Easy.
Was it cold down there?
No, it's 80 degrees.
Okay, you had 80, because there's some areas that got some pretty cold weather.
Up north, Flagstaff.
Okay, Flaggy, yeah.
And,
Okay, Flag did get snow? Good for them. They have a great Nordic ski area there.
Well, they finally got it open.
Okay, right, because it was so low. I bought all the equipment one year from them when they upgraded. I drove a van down from Colorado, loaded up their rower, their groomer, their track setter. I was training for the 2013 World Championship in Fairbanks in Colorado at my 11,000-foot training area above my backcountry house, and used all their equipment to make a trail to try to take on those Norwegians. And I got smoked. I got smoked. Thanks for coming in from Arizona, and tell us how that was for you watching that.
That was it was worth the long walk from down at the Rondy shop to come all the way here to watch 3 teams all collide in one spot on the mountain.
And yet work it out.
That was so crazy. The dogs worked it out.
They worked it out.
Awesome.
And can you tell us a little bit about your beautiful patch, embroidered patch on your coat? Because we want to celebrate the Anchorage Mushing District.
Yes.
And I told the audience yesterday that it was fully funded, and I was incorrect.
Yes.
We have 410,000 raised,
Yes.
right? And how much more is needed?
We need about 600,000 to complete it.
Okay, and tell folks what it's going to be again.
Okay, we are so excited. Ever since I saw this design, I was on it. We are building a steel arch over the starting line and finish line of the dog races.
In downtown Anchorage.
Downtown Anchorage.
Right there at 4th.
So Nome has an arch. Now we're going to have arch-to-arch races for the Iditarod.
And it'll be permanent installation,
steel
right?
Arch, and the arch is a steel musher with a whole team of dogs expanding over 4th Avenue. It's awesome.
Isn't that exciting?
It's really awesome.
People can see the renditions, and they can buy merchandise. They can buy a paw print. Where do they find it?
AnchorageMushingDistrict.org.
Okay, so AnchorageMushingDistrict.org.
Anchorage Mushing District. Go on there. You'll see a picture of the arch, and you'll see how you can support it. That'd be great.
And if folks are in town today, they can go into the Fur Rondy shop, right? And that's where volunteers are working the arch booth.
We have a table there, and you can buy a paw or which is a brass disc that'll go right in the sidewalks for a great memento of these dog races.
And they're already installed. The people who have already donated to make that big, huge push to get to 400,000, their paw prints are already in the cement, right?
Yep.
You can walk around and read different names, and
that's right. And there's still room for more. So we're just lining the dog race route with dog paws.
I'm going to get one for the Alaskan Dog Center.
Yes,
I'm saving up my $400 for sure. We want to be represented there forever. Cool. Thank you. That's such a special to make this complete. We know the history. We know the 80 years of mushing here, but to have that arch, to have it always there year-round, summertime tourism here is crazy, right?
You know what everyone's going to say? They're going to say, "Why didn't we do this before?"
I know. As soon as it's up, it's gonna look like it should have been there for decades, right?
I know.
Because next weekend the Iditarod will also do their event here for one afternoon.
Yep.
And that's called the ceremonial start for them. But it's a huge deal for their race. It's how they've raised a ton of money.
Yes.
Because they bring high bidders down the trail.
They certainly
So
do.
for them as well next year.
We're celebrating all.
Exactly. We're not just sprint or.
History, and military used to come through here. We even have pictures from the early 1900s, 1917, of photographs of dogs bringing gold bars down 4th Avenue.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Learning about the history of the mushing is really fascinating here in Anchorage.
I think people forget that Alaska and the Arctic, any Arctic region has to have working sled dogs. The survival goes hand in hand with dogs. It always has.
Certainly was in our history, and our Alaska natives started that tradition here, and we just carried it on.
And the bloodlines they got out of the villages.
Incredible.
In the George Atla era, there was that one super litter that had 4 dogs that were tireless. And whoever got them on their team to go to the North American or here at the Rondy won. It was like a genetic tireless gene that popped up in the 50s and 60s. It's super cool, right?
So cool.
And that happened in remote Alaska with nobody looking.
If anybody's interested in learning more about the original, the very first Iditarod, we have an interpreter rod down on 4th and D Street in the summertime. 4th and E Street, and he's there with the booth, and he just talks. He'll talk all about the history, and it's a good thing to do.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. We're going to get back to it. Bracket 4 is happening. Thank you, Asdra, for letting me know. Here we go. We've got a team coming down. Looks like KP to me. There he is, Karush Parteau, Eagle River. Bracket 4 has begun. Karush had the fast time yesterday. Look at that. He was Rookie of the Year here in 2018, his first time. On one day, he topped Buddy Streeper's time by 1 second. Here we go. There is Jack looking great coming down. He's focused. All right, he is moving down the hill. Remember, Jack Barry has the lead dogs of his best friend Eddie, who loaned him out of his team. So that's so cool. Jack had a health scare some years ago, and he has bounced back after some blood clots. He's got a lot of years mushing, but as you know, you got to really, really celebrate your health every day that you have it. Tell your loved ones you love them. Take your dogs on more walks. There's a good looking dog team out there in the very far. There goes KP heading to the turnaround loop. Holy moly. And then we're going to have another team coming here. They'll call it out here soon. Because we got Greg Taylor, bib number 14 out of Fairbanks. He'll be the last team on the trail today, so he'll have to pass both of these teams. We'll see how the timing works out. I'll go ahead and swing back around because KP is moving. Originally from France, moved here to the U.S. Dee, his wife, has been helping behind the scenes for years. Great family friends of ours. Okay, we got a dog team. We got Greg Taylor coming that way, and we got KP coming up this way. So we'll go ahead and get KP. So there's KP right there. And let's get Greg coming.
Hang on. Stay right. Stay right.
There's Greg. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Head on passing on Cordova Hill. Looking great. That's how it's done. The lead dogs keep it together. Look at that. Carush runs a very small kennel. Only a couple of, well, 1 dozen dogs actually. So he's KP from Eagle River now. He's a developer. Look at him keeping that low profile. Cut down the wind resistance. His time yesterday was 8 minutes 37 seconds. That was super fast. And then here we go. Here we go. Greg Taylor, the famous Taylor family. The second team of their kennel was from Clyde Mayo Jr. mushing it, like I said earlier. So here's the A team, as you might say.
See you later.
Go, Jack!
Oh, that's Jack. Sorry. That is right. That's right. Jack's back.
Okay, come on, guys.
And then it'll be Greg. Cool. Looking great. Go, Jack. Go, Jack. And then right behind him down there is going to be Greg. So Greg's doing the teardrop loop, and then he will head up the hill. So Jack looked great, man. Those lead dogs charging. There's Greg Taylor's team. You can see them in the far distance there. That magic carpet of Taylor. Ricky Taylor does most of the training, and these years Greg runs the dogs. He also sometimes supports the firefighting efforts up in Fairbanks over the years in different ways. We appreciate that. Takes a lot of people to deal with a busy fire season in Alaska, so. Okay. He stopped down there. He stopped. He hooked down. He's running up to deal with some sort of tangle or. Okay, he's running back to his sled. Greg Taylor from Fairbanks. Bib number 14. Okay, he's moving again. So Greg did have a hook down for those watching up in Fairbanks from the Taylor family. He had a little slowdown down there. We'll find out later what that was about. And here comes the magic carpet of beautiful sprint sled dogs.
Taylor.
Look at them doing what they love, just eating oxygen, eating up the trail, having a blast. You can see all their faces. Oh yeah, there's Greg and that. Yes! Nice job, Greg! Holy moly. Okay, that bracket looked good all the way around. There's my guy who always likes to get right in my shot every time. Okay, whew, there's Greg Taylor, friends. Yeah, Jack Berry looked good. Carice Plateau looked really fast. And Greg, so that's bracket 4. So in each bracket, they're competing for the fastest time to get cash prize each day. And then here in about 45 minutes, we'll draw, maybe a little bit less than that, we'll draw for tomorrow's positions. So it'll mix the brackets up one more time. And that is so neat. Okay. Hey, there's my friend from last year. How are you?
Good. How you doing, Kale? Good job.
Thank you. Here, talk to the camera. Tell us about yourself. Tell everybody.
Rose Albert, 1982 Iditarod race. Finish.
First woman. No.
First Alaskan
yes,
Native
Alaskan
woman.
Native woman.
Wish I could still run out there. It's always been my dream to do it again, but never
Is it?
happened.
Let me turn the camera on you because I want you to tell folks a little bit more about yourself. When did you get into sled dogs?
I was around sled dogs all my life because we had to use them for working, trapping.
And where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Ruby, but I'm from Cochrane, Alaska.
Okay, yep.
And I was born on the Newton River above Cochrane's. And then my brother raced for 4 years, and I was getting out of college, and I asked him if I could race these dogs in the Iditarod. He said no, and then Dad said, why don't you let her give it a try? She always help you. Yeah. So I got in, I made it in 32nd place. And the big thing is,
so awesome.
Somebody contacted me during AFN and wanted me to write my story, so I did. Oh, yeah. Now they're going to work on a movie in 1 year.
Are they gonna? Can you explain to folks AFN again? So we
out of Arizona, but okay. I'm not going to say the name, but his name is Travis. I'm not going to say the name of the production.
Okay,
company,
okay.
But it's
cool.
Travis Hamilton, and we've been in touch. It took a month to write my story while I was in hibernation, but it turned out pretty good.
Excellent.
I am excited about the opportunity.
Oh yeah.
And I hope, I do hope I'm still alive when the movie comes out.
Well, you look great. And Bonnie Foster says hi, Rose.
Hi,
you have a lot of
Bonnie.
fans out there. Amy Nolner,
Okay.
beautiful cousin Rose.
Aww.
The world is watching you.
Thank you,
And
Kale.
you look great. And thanks so much for your gift last year, your book. It's on my shelf. I have it right in my office in Willow at the Dog Center.
You know,
and I keep it right there.
You make Fur Rondy so special.
Well, thank you.
We are lucky to have you.
It means a lot. And ASDRA, all the help, the people who helped me get through this.
I think
it's
everybody
amazing.
comes down to see you every year.
Well, thank you so much. Give me a hug, and then I'm going to say hi to Amanda, and then I'm going to get up there for the draw.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Rose. So good to see you first. Okay, is Amanda still here? Okay, Amanda, I'll see you at the finish, Amanda. We'll see you at the finish. I'm going to live stream the whole way back. Let's do it. Okay, right on. Let's try to live stream, friends. Can somebody hold this for a minute so I can put my gloves on? It's right under here. You can see what I'm up against. There you go. The grip. Yesterday was 1 hour 50 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
This year's going to be pretty close.
I saw your video yesterday.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, I'm going to jump on the snow machine here, friends, and you're going to see what it looks like behind the scenes of the ASDRA elite crew and the Anchorage Police Department and all of the support that we get, these road crossing signs, all the snow that they moved. We'll bring you right to the finish where we can get some interviews. There's Amanda and her kids. Look at them. Hi, kiddos. There's Amanda. We'll see ya. And just think of all this snow had to come in dump trucks. Couldn't just pull it from around the corner. There's a public works person right here. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Thank you. You're the best. Look at that. Entire neighborhoods sacrificing their access for Rondy. There's our friend from Boston area. There we go. Thank you, guys. Municipality of Anchorage at work. It is so cool. Now the dog teams are moving, pretty darn fast. They won't be moving maybe this fast. Beautiful. But inch of snow in Anchorage. All that cold weather that went south is supposed to be ours, friends. Oh, street crossing. We're at 9th Ave right now. We're gonna take that famous Cordova and 4th turn. Something during the Fur Rondy week. Thank you, Anchorage Police Department. You guys are the best. Look at that. Multiple arms. All hands on deck. There's a reason why Anchorage won top 5 winter festivals award. There we go. We're gonna get our little gate opened up here and we'll swing right through, because we can't go down 5th Ave. Look at 5th Ave. That's what the parade was today. That's your road into the city, and you come in from pretty much anywhere north. And again, the police just help out in so many ways. They're so dedicated. It's all coordinated by radios and communication. And thanks to all the people who are patient when they drive and patient with the closures, because it makes this city the best place on earth to enjoy a sled dog event and a celebration of community. Thank you. Thank you so much for your service. He's putting on his stuff. And then we're at our famous Lock of Honor corner. You can see photos of the past. Becky just said, so fun to see more of the city. Yes, it is. We're honored. We're really honored to be here with you all. And now we're coming down 4th. So this is what the dog see when they're coming home. They see a city ahead of them filled with people, and they keep on charging. These guys got the big rope reel out there, roping things off. Again, yeah, thank you, volunteers. You guys are awesome. People everywhere. There's the Hilton, that big tall tower. They sponsor my room. I'm so grateful. If you come to Anchorage, you definitely want to go there for at least a meal at the top of the world restaurant. Coming down to C Street. Next street is the one, 4th and D. So here we are, people everywhere. You can see Denali out there. That's it right there, way in the distance. Yay. Clear day for everybody up north. If you're cruising through Willow or anywhere like that, you're going to see a beautiful Denali today. More volunteers. Thank you all. All right, we're right on time. Musher meeting about to gaggle up here. Thank you so much. And before I let you go, let us know, or let the people know, what you do for the race.
Just help on the trail.
You shuttle, you do all sorts of magic. Thank you guys.
I'm just along for the ride and the dogs.
Thank you so much. We're back. That's like the magic carpet right there. Janet. It could not have been more exciting. We had Amanda Atla as our VIP commentator all the time. George stories, dog stories.
Oh my gosh.
We almost had a massive tangle that worked out itself.
They just managed to do it.
That Amanda explained. Dogs learn.
Yeah.
and it worked out. It looked like it was gonna be a train wreck. Everybody's stomachs were tight. We were, everybody online, and then it worked out. There's Mel right there coming in. He's gonna do some coordination. Okay, so I'm back at the. What time we starting the draw?
Tomorrow we start at noon.
No, and then
we started at 12:20.
And then the draw for tomorrow will be.
The draw is going to be right here in just a couple of minutes.
Okay, I'll keep this going.
We're trying to get this organized right now.
Great. Okay, so Mel's our announcer. That's the beautiful voice you hear. All right, my man, tell me about it.
It was a good run.
Sebi right here. Yeah.
It was my first double start ever. It was pretty
Oh,
exciting.
really?
Yeah, it was.
And so for folks who don't know you, you came over from where?
From Germany.
3 years ago?
3.5 years ago.
And you committed to live in very remote Nenana, Alaska.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is actually going back and forth.
Okay.
So wintertime I'm here, summertime I'm back in Germany.
And then you're working for Goldstream Kennels, Andy Houghton.
Yeah.
And you consider him family.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I read that in your bio. Just wanted to give that shout out.
Yeah.
And then how to feel today with that dual start? Is it just
it was great.
even more butterflies?
It was so much fun. It's so exciting. I mean, it's so much more intense than when you start alone. Oh, that was really fun. Yeah.
Right on, and you're already on time. Look at this, exemplary musher here at the musher meeting, ready to go. We'll see if other folks start rolling in. Wow!
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how crazy it was on the hill.
Oh, it was. I mean, it's just amazing. You come up Cordova Hill and then you see the other teams coming down. So I think Michael came down and I was running up.
Right.
So it was.
Yeah, and your lead dogs know how to pass, right?
They know.
And is that something that they have a gift of, or that you see them learn?
So we train it. So what we have on our trails, we share our trails with a lot of long distance mushers like Beta Invitational, with Aaron Burmeister.
Yep.
So we see them, and that's how they learn. So we train that basically. So our lead dogs are really good in head-on passes. Yeah.
And every musher wants a clean pass, right? Because once a dog learns that and they feel it, they'll do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you can see that my dogs, they are so confident. So I don't have break. I trust them. They know what to do. And I mean, all the other mushers, every head-on pass I had was great. Really, I have to say that. There was no second I was like, oh, something could happen. It was always like, okay, clean pass, great.
And do you think that the dogs pick up on your mental, on your brain, how your brain's working and thinking?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can tell that. I mean, the minute I walk out the door in the morning, they know how I feel, and they can feel. I feel that they sense they feel in a different way than we do.
Mm-hmm.
They have other senses, and they can feel the intensity of such a race, and they can feel the way I'm talking to them. They know, okay, now he wants that, because that's what we do in training. So when I tell them pick it up, they usually pick it up, and they know in the way I say that. So usually I'm not talking too much on the sled, so I let them do, and I say good puppies. But when I want something, I say it, and then they know, okay, now it's time to give a little more, and
And that's a really good tip for people who are watching this, whether it's live right now or on the replay or in 10 years. Dogs will start tuning out the musher just like kids will tune out the parents or whatever if you overdo it.
Yeah, and it will take time. You know, the first season I was here, I mean, the dogs listened somehow to me, but now after 3 years, and I mean, some of the dogs I was watching when they were born, and now I'm working with them, and now I'm racing them. So you definitely can feel what it means to work with dogs for several years, and they know exactly what you want when you work with them every day. So I just work with them every second day in the year, but in the wintertime every year, and they know exactly what you want, and it's a bonding.
Right.
It's a bonding. The dogs, it's all about trust. And when you bring them around the course safely, they build that trust that, he has it under control back there. And then you can feel that. This trust is building and building and building, and that's the same. It goes the other way around. So they trust me and I trust them. So I trust my leaders. I know what they can do. I know it exactly, and I can head-on passing. I don't have worries about head-on passes. I just go.
So that helps a lot of people at home understand how this works.
Oh yeah.
Because you just explained that trust building inner work, that confidence,
Yeah.
how the other mushers in your neighborhood help you train.
Yeah.
And then I think there's even science on the brain waves meshing.
Yeah.
And so when you go away from your dogs and you're gone for more than a couple days, it takes about another day or two to mesh again, and then you're back in sync.
Yeah.
So there's a physiological, neurological, all sorts of feels, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, work with dogs, especially with those kind of dogs, is just amazing. I mean, they are just amazing, and I love it.
Right on. Well, you just got a from Tracy Miller Cohen says, "Fascinating. I love dog people."
Yeah.
You're a dog person.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. That was great.
Thank
You got us to right now. So now we're going to be doing the draw. Thanks everybody for sticking with us here. And this is the draw for tomorrow. So each bracket makes it fun so that people don't have to always race against each other. And then within each bracket each day, there's a financial prize for fastest time. So that's how that works. I got somebody right behind me. Hey! We needed that. Thank you. Are you ready with all the names?
I'm ready with all the names.
And so when a musher wants to scratch like Reme did this morning, he just calls in, or how does that work? People have been asking online.
Yes,
Yep.
they just texted Janet early this morning
Yep.
and gave them some nice conversation, a little time if they needed to change their mind,
Yep.
and just make sure they were comfortable with their decision.
And then you all rearranged the start sheet and got that right up and out.
Yep, and just switched bib numbers around in their order and got them all out. Good
So that's all happening behind the scenes by people like you who are staying on it.
We're trying.
I think it's fairly clear that you're pulling it together very nicely.
Comes together.
Thank you.
You are so
when you get a
welcome.
chance, watch this today because it
I
was
will.
crazy down there. Okay, here we go. We're about to get. We're going.
Christine says we're ready to go. We are drawing in the order that you began today. Everybody ready? Semi Isard.
Okay, this is again for the start order tomorrow.
Number 10, Destiny Lytle.
All right, Destiny, let's see what she gets. Ooh,
Number
nice.
4,
Destiny will be in the first bracket.
Michael Tetzner.
Michael from Germany here with his family. They had a wild ride. They went from Germany to Calgary to Wyoming to here. That's been...
Number 3.
All right.
Eddie Burke.
In fact, that's Michael Tetzer's best finish at the Open World
Eddie
Championship
Burke.
is 3. Eddie Burke Jr. in the house.
Number 5.
Nice. Okay, so he'll be
Eddie
in now.
Dayton.
Eddie, the gentleman who loaned his leads to Jack. How cool is that? That's called sportsmanship.
Number 8. Mitchell Jacobson.
All right, Mitchell from Tuktoyaktuk, Northwest Territories. Again, he trained all winter with Don Cousins, so those who've been wondering how Don's doing, he's doing great. We're just missing him.
Number 9.
All right.
Joe Beifeld.
All right, Joe in from Hooslia, Fairbanks area. Let's see what he gets.
Number 13. Mari Ho Raito.
Mari Ho. She was part of that crazy downhill run today, uphill downhill run, and did great. She'll be going out 6.
Number 6. Andy Hooten.
All right, Andy again from Goldstream. Originally from Europe.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Clyde Mayo Jr.
Here's Clyde coming in, living his dream. You look great today. Whoa! Nice.
Robert Earhart.
You'll see Clyde first out tomorrow.
'11.
All right, Jennifer.
Jack Berry.
There's Jack right there. He's Eddie's best friend. Got a good clean run today.
Number 14.
Number 14, all right.
Cherished, Partal.
KP, the speed demon. Eagle River.
Over 7.
7.
You got
And Greg Taylor.
All right, Greg, we know what you got. Okay, it is in fact 12. All right.
12. Okay, that's our drawing. Race time tomorrow will be 12 noon. Back to 12 noon for the race time. Make sure you're down here and ready to go, and we'll be kicking off day number 3 of the Rondy Invitational at Fur Rendezvous 2025. Thanks for visiting the Anchorage Mushing District, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Mel, great job. Was it any easier today for you guys, or like you said, was it more complicated?
A little more complicated, a little more interest in moving it faster. So we did, in fact.
Okay, those brackets, I was wondering. Okay. Well done, thank you.
So we got through that, and we're ready to go for tomorrow's activity. Today's always the most stressful day because the parade is on and the foot race is on, and traffic is kind of crazy going around here, but we managed to pull it off. Everybody's out and running, and we're up and going. If you want to know what the positions are, how people finish, best idea is go to the website and you'll see it posted on there, all right? It's a little complicated because remember they didn't start the same groups today,
right?
Yesterday, etc. But you can look at the times and figure it out, and then that'll give you the idea of who's in front. Right now, Cherished Partal is in front by 17 minutes 55 seconds for today's the total competition for 2 days. All right.
What was that again for his total?
17:55.
Wow.
That is his time for 2 days of racing. 9:18 on the second day, 8:37 on the first.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mel.
And we will see you tomorrow.
Absolutely. We'll be right here. And Mel is the magical voice of both the Rondy and Iditarod.
No, just Iditarod.
Okay.
Just here.
Okay. Excellent. Just here. Good. Okay. So we'll have him. Let's see. I want to talk to, if I can, Eddie. Eddie, could I just thank you for being such an amazing man and letting Jack use your lead dogs at a race like this? Jack, get in here, man. How cool is that? Eddie this morning said you are his absolute best friend on planet Earth, right?
We talk hours a day.
And when a musher gives another musher the only lead dogs he has, that is so sweet.
He gave me his own neck dogs today.
It open North American dogs, like the dogs that are going to go the distance.
Yeah.
How'd it go for you today?
Not good.
Because you had a little separation there, and you told me yesterday you needed to be kind of up with somebody, right?
I went over the snow berm and drugs before the light here.
Oh, I missed that part.
Hit my shoulder and hit pretty good.
Ooh,
So
one of those classic fourth.
I'm gonna be feeling it tonight.
Maybe a couple Advil.
Maybe
maybe something stronger.
Yeah.
Jack, how was your one? You looked real clean.
I had a clean run.
They looked fast as heck, and I even thought you were Greg for a minute because you're just flying uphill. And I'm like, wait, that's Jack.
Next to Croche, and I hung on to him for about 100 yards, and then I ran the whole race by myself.
How'd it feel to be back? Day 2, you're in the groove again.
I had a lot better day today than yesterday, just because of being more comfortable.
And I can see it in your face, the happiness, being here. It's cool. I'm just proud of you, man. I lost my dad a long time ago, so the fact that you've come back from those heart clots and those health issues, and that Eddie's there for you.
He's the man, man.
I'm just wanting to make sure that is very clear to the whole world. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much. That's what gentlemen look like, friends. Mushing's about brotherhood, sisterhood. It's all one big family. All right, how was it for you guys? Yeah, I want to hear some experiences.
Oh, well, we had one guy walk right into Croce's team, one block from the finish line.
Wait a second. Who was filming that?
I don't know.
Who was filming that?
I know, right? But,
did that slow him down a little bit?
No, actually. He had a little swerve out of the way, but somebody yanked the guy back. So, but I mean, it was like inches away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not ideal. Yeah.
Not ideal. Yeah.
Okay.
What other cool things happened?
Yeah. What? Get on in here.
Eddie. What is Eddie?
Oh. There's either Eddie.
Not Eddie Burke, but Eddie
Dayton. Who I was just talking to. He had a wipeout, right?
Yeah, took a tumble, but our handlers, Nick. Sorry, our shoot judges, Nick and Steve, right, took care of him and got him going.
Got a big old truck coming down.
And you know what the best part of the Invitational is? It's such a dog-friendly event that anybody can ask for help at any time without any consequence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas in the open world, there's a little bit more you know, do it yourself or only if it's really needed kind of thing?
You don't have to worry about getting disqualified.
Thank you. Thanks for putting the words to it.
Yeah.
And then what was your experience today?
I just help out Andy and Sadie with their teams and give the dogs a little rub down and keep them calm till we get to the start, and then tell them to hike.
And they look good. I got to tell you, hopefully you were watching the live stream, but watch it. That hill stuff was crazy today.
Oh, I
It
can't
was
wait to see
completely
that.
electric.
I'm like jealous that you get to go down there. I'm like, you know, we have an important job, one block up from the starting line.
Right.
Doing crowd controls and fixing dogs, but like to be on Heartbreak Hill would be amazing.
It was mind-blowing. And I had Amanda Atla there commentating for me,
Oh my gosh.
bringing in George Atla, the
We
legend.
tried to send his parents down there, but maybe tomorrow.
So great. Maybe tomorrow. Thank you, three. I appreciate it. Volunteers and handlers make the world go round, everybody. You got to have them. There's our discussion about tomorrow happening right there with our race marshal, Janet Clark, talking to some of the volunteers. You can see there's Mel's rig right there. He's got VIP driving access out of here. So he does it that way. And then let's find out where these guys are from. I see an AFD on there. AFD, Anchorage Fire Department?
My son works for him.
Right on. Was he here today?
No, I don't
Helping
think
out?
so. No, he might be working though.
Where are you from?
From here.
Born and raised?
No, since '67.
Holy moly.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
I was born a few years after that. You've been here a while.
Yes, indeed.
Was it exciting?
Yes, it is. It's very exciting. Love to watch the dogs and the people and everything that's going on down here. It's great.
The people watching is so great.
It's so great. And the clothes and the furs.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, right behind you, you could go spend thousands of dollars right there and be decked out. Look at that fur dealer.
We've already done that.
I've had a reindeer sausage this morning. That was amazing down the road here. Yeti dogs, right?
Exactly.
What's your plan? You gonna watch the fireworks tonight?
No.
Okay.
Not tonight.
I'll be hopefully filming them out of my hotel window there. I live up in Willow, so they put me up here, which is very nice. I got to thank Hilton for that. Thank you, son, for working for AFD. It matters. Appreciate it. Where are you guys from?
Eagle River.
You're Eagle River?
Yep.
Your guy's in the lead right now.
Is it?
Yep, Carouche Parteau, KP.
Oh, very nice.
Yep,
Very nice.
And what race is that?
that's the Fur Rondy Invitational.
Okay,
There
is
you-
that what this?
That's what all this has been. Yep, there you go. We're tuning some folks in. They're just catching up. There's that going in the old. Yep. John's going to get that in the shed. There it is, friends. So that's how it's going to stack up tomorrow. We'll break them into brackets again. Thank you. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to sign off here. Thanks so much. We will see you tomorrow, maybe, for the... What's that?
Nick has a car to rescue.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. What's going on?
We got a high-centered vehicle.
Oh, we got a high-centered vehicle. Okay, bonus time, friends.
We have designated Nick as the rescuer.
There's Mel got high-sided on the berm. That happens. I like to go out the other way. Remember, if you come to the sled dog races, please don't bring your dogs here. And thanks for observing all the closures and all the traffic, folks. We'll check you later. Appreciate all the support. Let's Rondy.